Yes.
Kumusta na kayo?
Hola, hola, everyone.
Oh, hey, everyone.
All right, what's up, Jay? Hey.
Oh, hey.
I didn't get the
Hey.
cue. My bad about that.
No, you got it, man. Mexipino podcast. We're in the building, episode 20.
Woo!
And,
Finally.
you know, we're actually recording on Father's Day at like 11 o'clock at night. 9 o'clock
It's
at night.
9:40, man.
It's something
About
like
an hour and a
that.
half.
Yeah. So, actually, originally we were supposed to get Jackie's dad, but then,
Things happen. So he's going to be probably on another podcast.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
so-
instead, we got the substitute.
My brother.
Played.
I guess I'm a reserve now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
So everyone, welcome my brother, Jacob.
So, hey, everyone, what's up? I'm Jacob. I'm Jackie's sister.
Sister.
Jesus Christ.
Brother. I'm Jackie's brother.
And he's also a dad.
I'm also a dad, so
Yeah,
that's
so-
dad brain right there.
Yeah.
Father's Day. So
Yep,
Yeah.
second Father's Day.
Yeah, second
Second?
Father's Day? Oh, it is second Father's Day.
Yeah. So my daughter Isla was about 2 months, right? What's
2 months?
2 months for my first Father's Day, and now she's 14 months. So
Damn.
Oh my
time
goodness.
flies.
What was there? I forgot. Was there like a special announcement when Isla was in Denise's stomach?
There was, yeah. You were actually there.
Yeah.
No,
you
no.
were,
But
the
what
donut.
day? What day was it? Was it like an occasion day, like a 4th of July or something?
Oh no. It was just a regular.
I think we had like a family dinner,
Yeah, it was
no?
family
That's what it
dinner.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
during the
yeah.
pandemic, and we would get together at my parents' house and have dinner like weekly, like once a week.
Yes.
And then everybody went over, and then we showed up with quote unquote pink box of donuts as
Okay.
dessert.
Okay. Wait. So I remember this now. Actually, what had happened was we went over to your parents' house to have dinner.
Yeah.
And then I think you guys were like raving about donuts or something, and I was
Yeah.
like,
They're like,
okay.
these donuts are so good and blah, blah, blah. I was all like,
And
okay.
I remember Jackie saying, "Oh, it's a pink box. You know they're good because they're from a mom and pop shop." So she was the first one to open it, and then she read the message that we put in there about her being an auntie and my parents being her grandparents, and she was the one that yelled out, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, and I think the funny part was that I think you and Denise both had like your phones out, so you guys were recording.
Yes,
And I was like just dead in the shot, and I was looking over, and I'm like, as soon as I realized what was in the box, which was basically like, congrats, you guys are gonna be grandparents, I said, oh, I gotta move.
And it was funny because I think you were holding Socks, my dog, and he was just like, ooh, or like, I was like, all right, let's make a swift exit right now.
That was so funny. I
That
can't
was-
believe that was 2 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah, and the worst part, there wasn't even any donuts. It was just mugs for my parents, and then a onesie
No,
for
but
Jackie.
didn't no you
No.
you guys brought the donuts in like a little bin, like the
Oh, you're right.
the
You're right.
blue
yeah,
bin.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't think I had one because we were so excited.
I didn't even get a donut. I was just full at that point because I didn't even know there was gonna be donuts.
I didn't know there was gonna be donuts either. But it was crazy because like I was telling Nico this entire like day today that it's just crazy seeing Isla walk around now, and like I feel like her lifespan of like just being held was like so short lived. It's just like crazy just seeing her walk and just experience and saying hi to everybody and being so social now.
You think it's crazy for you? Imagine Denise and I.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because
Really?
like me and Jackie, we basically have only seen Isla like in spurts, obviously,
Right.
and so it's like when we see her, it's like, oh shoot, well now she has her full head of hair. Oh shoot, now she has teeth. Oh shoot, now she's walking. So
Yeah.
it's like for you see everything like every single step of the way. How does
Yeah.
that feel for you?
It's an adventure. Every day is an adventure. I'll say that. It's fun being a dad. There's days that you're just like want to rip your hair out of your head, but then like she I don't want to say if she accepts me, but she upsets me. Sorry, she does some like things. She like drops something that she's not supposed to drop, and then we like say her name like I don't do this, and then she looks around, and just gives us a big smile. So how can you get mad at that? So like yeah, stuff like that.
But how honestly is it like being a first time dad, like trying to like figure out, okay, this is the best way to do it, or how should I go about this without, seeming like a strict parent,
Well, it's a kind of a partnership thing with me and Denise and I. Like you said, I'm a first time dad, so I don't know this is my first time doing it really. So
I'm just going with the flow.
I'm just going with the flow, learning. I know I've improved a lot of my patience. Really, I used to be a real hothead, But now with her, it's probably because she's my little girl and she's daddy's girl. So I just kind of like let her get away with things. But no, it's a learning experience. It's awesome though. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It's just awesome. Every day is a new adventure, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I can't imagine how difficult it might be. Because you want to walk in? Jackie's family members are here, by the way. Yeah, I mean, it must be difficult trying to like maneuver through all that because I mean, the only thing I could really compare it to is like raising a pet, but it's really not like raising a pet. You know what I mean?
Definitely not.
With a pet, you can train, and with like a kid, you're like, okay, I have to adapt to them.
With a pet, you could leave at the house, so it's like
that's where you can leave a pet at the house, you can't leave a baby at home. But it's funny, Jackie, you say that like it's like training. It's not really training, but it's just getting them into a routine of like going to sleep at a certain time, eating at a certain time, waking up at a certain time. And once you do that, I mean, it really helped out a lot with Denise and I. Like, I'm grateful to her because she introduced that. I would have known nothing about that. But she has a lot of background in that work and personal experience, so that really helps. So it's almost like training, but I don't want to call it training because it sounds bad if you train a human being.
Training a kid.
I was just saying, you get them in a routine, and that's really helpful. Now she's at school or daycare, so that's even a bigger routine for her, and she's doing really good at adjusting, and so are we.
Was that a difficult decision making, like, you know, choosing to put Isla in daycare at such a young age?
For me, it was. Denise had a background in being a teacher, a daycare teacher. So I had faith in the quote unquote system, but it was pretty. The first week was pretty hectic because it was the first week, and she was crying during drop offs, and the last thing I want to do is leave my crying child with a stranger. But then we built our repertoire with the teachers, and it was pretty simple after that. And right now, we walk to school, and Isla just lets go of her hand and goes to her teacher and doesn't even wave bye to us.
Dang, she's like, I'm a big girl now.
Yeah, exactly. So
she said, I can walk, so.
Catch me in 8 hours, Dad.
No, really.
Yeah.
But I bet it's easier to just like function throughout the day too.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely easier. But Denise and I work from home, so it's a lot easier. We don't have to work 2 jobs really. One, our actual job, and then a second, being a parent. A lot of people don't realize it's 2 jobs. Being a parent is an entire full-time job, and it's really hard for parents. I give a shout out to those parents that are watching their kids and working their own full-time job at the same time. It's really difficult. I mean,
yeah, that's why right now pull-out game's strong. You feel me?
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
No, I get it though. I mean, it's like me personally, I just don't really have anything to relate to it, but like just the idea of just you have your own personal life, and then you have your life with Denise, and then you have your life with, you know, like family and friends, and then on top of that, your life at work, and then your life with a child. Like, it's just so much to it. Yeah,
definitely. And it took a lot of, how do you say it, or how should we say it, or should I say it? It's a lot of, I would say practice, yeah, because you got to learn how to separate one. Obviously, now life as a dad and husband take priority over friends and going out. But I still do miss going out with our friends, and we still try to make time with our friends and all that. So, I mean,
I will say this though, like, because I think your situation is kind of like the situation of like my sister and my soon-to-be brother-in-law, basically. But like, what was it like being a work from home employee and also dad? Because that's a situation that I feel like a lot of people are in right now.
Yeah.
And it's not something that happened like just 3 years ago.
But also on top of that, like being in COVID too, raising a kid in COVID, you know?
Yeah, so the first part, Nico's question first. It's pretty, it's hard to describe because like I said, like, You have a full-time job, so you're focused on that for at least 8 hours working from home, right? And even though you're stuck in a computer at home, it's real easy to get distracted. Say, hey, I'm just going to throw in the load of laundry real quick.
Yeah.
But then once you hear the dryer go off, like, I'll just throw in another one real quick. And you get distracted. And before you know it, you're doing a full laundry day, and then the dishes there. So it's kind of, that's one part of it, really, just managing and and being disciplined enough to just work from home.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, if you have a crying baby in the background or a baby that just woke up from a nap or a hungry baby, that just adds to the level of difficultiness. But yeah, I mean, it took a lot of time getting used to. Thankfully, we had help. My mother-in-law, Denise's mom, came and helped us out for pretty much the entire year that Isla was born, or for her first year, I mean. But then some stuff happened. We got sick, so we had to take care of her and also work at the same time. So that was pretty difficult. But I don't remember Jackie's question. What was your question?
Like,
part of COVID?
Yeah, like raising a kid in COVID,
Yeah,
too.
that was scary. I remember when Denise got pregnant over when the pandemic originally started in 2020. I guess there was nothing else to do, right? But
Yo.
No.
That's why my sister and my brother-in-law had 2 kids.
No, like in a 2-year span, they had 2 kids. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
That's props to them, man.
Hey man, look, that's why I see their situation. I'm like, I could not. Like, 1 is already, I would already imagine is a lot. 2, I'm just like, y'all are crazy. But
Yeah, no,
I love them
that
both. I love them both.
No.
But yeah, again, going back to raising a kid in COVID.
Yeah, during the whole pregnancy period, a total of 10 months, I learned, not 9 months, 10 months. Denise can break it down for you later if you want. But it was pretty scary seeing all the cases rising, especially when it was brand new. Everybody was getting sick, a lot of deaths happening. So we were worrying, like, how are we going to do this with a baby? How are we going to keep her safe? She has to go to the hospital for her shots and immunizations. And then, but at the same time, at the hospital, there's a lot of sick people. So how do we avoid that? So it was pretty scary. But thankfully, by the time she was born, things were starting to calm down a little bit. The vaccines were already out and we had both been vaccinated. So it was a lot easier once we knew we were being safe, basically.
Yeah.
And as long as we were safe, I know she was going to be safe. And yeah, so according to all the facts the doctors gave us too about us being vaccinated and passing on to Isla and stuff like that, it was pretty easier to bring a baby into the world.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think just for me, like, just considering everything going on, like, I would just be, like, super scared to do that, honestly.
It was scary, man.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, even if let's just say all the facts were, like, 1,000% correct, like, I'd still just be like, there's still, like, that 1% chance that it's just not right, you know?
All it takes is that 1%, man.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Like, we put her in school or daycare. And that first week, she went through it fine. The last day of that first week, that Friday, she came back with a little cough, and we're like, should we just keep her at home? And then she ended up getting a cold. So, like, the first week she's out, she's already sick. But you know what? That's just her building up her immunization. So, her immune system.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
you can tell he's had a couple drinks. He said immunity in like 4 different ways.
He said past tense, present tense.
It's Father's Day.
But I honestly, like, I was telling Nico, like, right now we had just finished, passing out gifts to all the dads, and we do this thing in my family where we just kind of go, like, ring around the rosy and, like, give each other gifts. And I kept on telling Nico, I was like, it's so weird to see my brother receive gifts now.
It's so weird to receive gifts.
On Father's
First of all, like, I didn't even realize on, like, Father's Day, like, that's what you guys do. Like, they literally
do you guys not do that?
No, we don't know. We don't do that. I mean, if I give a gift to my dad, she's like, here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
literally.
But it's like, your family, like, you guys had, like, a little, like, kumbaya. I'm over here in the corner, like, all right, I'm the only guy in here right now who's not going to sit in this little kumbaya. Like, I'm good. But, like, it's interesting to see, like, your guys' family dynamic of how you do things on, like, Father's Day specifically. It's like, hey, let's get all the fathers in here. I think your auntie was giving, like, a little speech.
Yeah.
And, just passed out some gifts.
I mean, I don't even know why our family does that, to be honest.
It's a cultural thing, really.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think so. Or maybe it's just, maybe 1 year. I think it just started 1 year. Like, let's get all the dads gifts. Sort of like a Christmas thing.
Yeah, because we do that on Mother's Day, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys do the same for Mother's Day? Or
no, we're just here. Here you go.
But like, I was telling I forgot who I think I was telling Denise that, like, the other day I was like, how do you know, like, what age or like when you should start getting everyone gifts, you know? Like even for Christmas, like getting all like your cousins and all your uncles and all your aunts gifts. Cause I'm like that's a lot of fucking people. If you're in a Mexican and a Filipino family, like
I get what you mean.
That's a lot of people.
That's not only a lot of people. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, like,
it is a lot of money.
Can I just get a generic like family gift?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple ways that I even go about it too. Like, I think my immediate family. So, like my, I was gonna say my brother. I don't have a brother. Well, my brother-in-law, Jason. I would get Jason a gift in this situation. My sister Sabrina and both my parents something at the very least. Mm-hmm. And my grandparents are never around for the holidays anyway. They're always back in the Philippines. So that's kind of like a gift for themselves. Outside of that, you know, I'm kind of just like, all right, cool. Here's maybe like a family gift for like this family over here, you know, just kind of.
Wait, what's a family gift? Like
I don't even know.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. The first year I started dating Nico, like the little wooden like tea that I gave his family that had it through Infante, their last name, that was like a family gift for his parents. So I consider that like a family gift.
Yeah, not like a Monopoly game set or something like that where they all
like a Monopoly game set would be like one of those situations. Okay. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, this is something easy for all of them to like just handle.
One of his cousins got gifted a Monopoly set this past Christmas. That shit was so funny. He literally looked at the gift and his mom gifted it to him. And he was like, honestly, what do you want me to do with this? I was like, oh my god, like that sucks. Yeah,
that's funny.
That was so funny. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's weird to see kind of like the dynamics of like the family changing lately. Just because like now we're the generation that's growing up and starting
kids.
These new like breaking these cycles, having kids, and just starting a new kind of role within the family. It really is.
Yeah, it's a lot of change and some difficultiness in it and some realization of what has been going on in the past. But yeah, there's a lot more to that you can dig into, really.
Well, let's dig into it.
Yeah, go dig.
No, let's dig into it. Like, honestly, though, like, I feel like there's a lot of toxicity within, like, different types of families that, like, you want to break these barriers and you want to break these cycles of, like, this isn't how it should be. This isn't how we should talk behind each other's back. This isn't how we should, like, go about things this way for holidays, or, like, for whatever it may be. And I don't know, like, I feel almost bad trying to break those cycles, and I feel like we're being judged for breaking those cycles, because I think our generation, we want to change it, but at the same time, we get judged for it.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but like, what I meant was like, when you were on the subject about like getting gifts for everybody, like, there is like, I remember when I started working I started working right after high school, but like at age 20, when I started making money where I could start affording to buy gifts, I bought gifts for everybody because I just thought that was what you were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Because that's what I saw growing up. But then later in life, I used like most recently, like last year or right before the pandemic, when we started buying Christmas gifts for everybody. Denise and I were married already, we were trying to look into buying a house, so we were trying on a tight budget. So we said, you know what, we're just gonna get certain people gifts. And maybe a family gift, but at least the kids will get it.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a big gift, maybe like I think we did like a fun arts and crafts thing with them where we had them paint their little birdhouse or something like that.
Oh yeah, we did an ornament.
Yeah, the ornament. There you go.
I remember that.
It was we got everybody ornaments, and they just painted the ornament.
See, that's pretty cool. That's like a very like interactive type gift, like also inexpensive, especially when you're like in your 20s and you're just like, okay, let me just try to get something that everybody can be involved with.
So that's where you got to make the decision sometimes. To answer your question, Jack, like, when do you start buying gifts? I mean, you can start buying them whenever you want. It's just you got to realize what you can afford, really, like where you can live within your means, really.
Yeah, basically, because then you don't want your bank account to be zero by the end of the friggin' holiday or whatever.
And you know what? It's funny you say that because for me, at least, like when I was in my early 20s, I would say, oh, I'm going to buy gifts. And I started like, I'm going to go Black Friday shopping. I'm going to do this and all that. And sure enough, I did that. But then I forgot I got more payments to make. I got a truck payment to make.
Yeah.
In December. I got all that.
That's crazy.
I get it.
It's a lot more you got to take in than just should I buy them a gift type thing.
So since you take care of Isla every day right now, do you still buy Isla a gift like on her birthday?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, Denise and I, when we go to the store alone or together, we always end up in the kids section somehow, in the baby section, and we're like, oh, look, this would look good on her. Sometimes we pick out things we already bought for her.
I'm not gonna lie though, like I low key feel like buying baby clothes is a scheme.
Really?
I can see that.
Okay. See, Jacob knows what I'm talking about. Let me just explain. Let me explain before people like run this up. So my thing is, they separate all the clothes by like 1 month, 1 to 2 months, 3 to 4 months, 5 to 6 months. And it's like they'll charge you for like $5 or whatever.
Right.
But it's like the thing is, the kid is like more than likely only gonna wear it once. You're gonna take a photo of your kid wearing that outfit once, and by the time it's done, it's like there's so many more clothes that either you've bought impulsively or other people have bought for you. So there's no point in wearing what they've already, that you just took a photo for. You get what I'm saying? So I low key think baby clothes is a scheme.
Yeah, I can see that. And it's funny. I can know exactly where you're coming from. Yeah, but you know what? You gotta. Yeah, I mean, talking from being a dad, really, you just gotta kind of guesstimate. Oh, that she can wear this in like 1 or 2 months, so let's buy a size up and stuff like that. But shout out to all those parents out there right now. Target has a good like I'll say like an incentive to keep going back to them. There's a certain brand. I'm not sure if I can say it here.
Hey,
Yeah, you can. It's totally fine.
Cool. I'm sure you got sponsors ready.
Is it Goodwill?
Is it Goodwill?
If it's Goodwill, I need the Goodwill sponsor.
No, it's Cat and Jack from Target. If you return their clothes within a year with either proof of receipt, if you have a receipt, they'll give you your money back. If you don't have a receipt, it's just store credit. So if you take for example, if we bought her an 8-month or a 12-month outfit today, and she grows out of it in 2 months, we could take it back, get store credit, and buy her a next size up.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hella smart.
So, and like, it obviously has to be like unworn.
No. You can warn, yeah. If they grow out of it or they don't fit, doesn't fit them, yeah. You can take it back and get your money back. Store credit back or money back if you have a receipt.
That brand is doing it right.
Oh, that's a life hack.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
It's called Cat and Jack, you said?
Parent hack right there for you parents.
Yeah, Cat and Jack?
Cat and Jack, yeah.
Cat and Jack.
Oh, shout out to Kat and also Jack. I mean,
oh my God.
Here we go. Oh my God. I was just saying.
But that is smart though. Cause like it's true. Like I remember like Denise at one point, she told me, she's like, yeah, I'm changing Isla like 3 times every day so she can wear an outfit at least once before she grows out of it.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
That's funny.
Okay, so I have a question. Cause like, I think growing up, and I've told Jackie this like hella times, like I just envisioned my life to be like solid by like 25, and by solid I meant like I wanted to have like a house. I thought I'd already have like some kids, like
married
and all that stuff. Like you and Denise, not to give too much information about your lives in that way, but it's like, like you guys have your house, you guys like have your kid, and you both of you are like, for the most part like financially stable with everything that you guys do. Like, is this something that like you always envisioned, or did it kind of just like come together?
Like I'll be honest, and I wish she was here for this because she was the one that came up with this. When we first started dating, it was in high school, so it was that lovey-dovey honeymoon stuff in high school. But like once we got into graduated high school, going to college, we started talking about actually staying together, having a family, and all that. And Denise actually came up with a 10-year plan.
What?
I did not know that.
And well, we call it our 10-year plan. It was both of us, but. Mostly her, but she can think that far ahead in the future.
She's like, I'll put in 9 years. You make it the last one.
And I kid you not, we live that without even actually following it. Like, I hope that makes sense. But like, we got married within the 10 years. We had a kid within the 10 years, and that's exactly what we had planned out. And we ended up buying a house within the 10 years, which also was part of the plan. So it was really awesome to see that we actually did that 10-year plan without even knowing it. So yeah, to answer your question, we did have a plan. We didn't always refer back to it, but we did have a plan to like
the intention was still there to like
to start a life together, to get married, to have a kid, to have a family. So, and I mean, it's worked out great so far.
Yeah, I mean, congrats to that. Honestly, that's huge.
That's freaking insane. I remember. I feel like Denise has known me for how long now? Since I was 12, 13.
We got together in 2010. So how old were you in 2010?
Oh, I don't even know.
Oh boy, I don't even want to know.
I think I was. I think I was maybe 12.
There you go.
Oh God,
Yeah.
you were 12 in
'Cause then
2010.
Yeah.
I think so. Let's
I was a junior in high school.
Oh, that's freaking crazy. Let's
Red
see.
alert, red alert.
For real.
What the
It's
heck?
Kels.
20. What?
Jack is
That's
doing
12
math right
years.
now. Calculator in.
Wait, hold
You couldn't do
wait,
the
how old
mental
am I?
math?
No, I can't.
Okay,
23
in
minus
2011 I was 18.
No, wait,
That
wait.
means in 2010 I was
12.
17.
I was 11. I was 11. Denise has known me since I was 11.
Elementary school, man.
Oh God.
That's insane.
I quit. I just quit. Podcast is done. We're out, y'all.
But that's so crazy. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's insane to see how the years have gone by. It feels like so long, but it also feels very, very quick.
That's what she said.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
No, the years do fly by, though. I mean, just think of it. We got together in 2010. I don't know why I'm looking at my watch, but we got together in 2010. And it's 2022 now.
That's 12 years.
That's
Oh,
12
God.
years. It just flew by, man. We're married, have a kid, and yeah, now.
Yeah, that's why you guys are in a very I would say unique situation, because I think out of all the people I know, it's only you and like one other couple that I know that have just been high school sweethearts and have just lasted throughout this entire time, and have a house and everything.
Yeah, I would say unique. I would take that compliment.
Yeah, no, it's definitely unique. I just feel like, it's I've always felt very what's the word I'm looking for? Like split when it comes to that, because I always felt like when you're younger, like when you're in high school, it's like, you're still trying to like experiment and like figure out life. So it's like there was always something for me in the back of my mind, like, I'm still figuring myself out. So how do I know if I really want to be with someone who I've met in high school?
Right.
Yeah.
But then I also do feel like, the older you get, it's kind of like, okay, bro, you might just be like a little bit too picky, and you kind of have to like, you have to condense what you want or what you don't want, like figure it out already. But so, you know what I mean? Like, it's always just been like this weird, just indifferent. It's, it's a situation that I personally have not been in. What's up? You want to say hi to all your fans? Speaking of Denise,
yeah, Denise is
you want
right
to talk
here.
about the high school sweetheart situation?
We didn't know there was a 10-year plan.
Yeah, there was a 10-year plan.
Yeah, 10 years and there's like a...
Oh, they can't hear you. You got to come
you
up to a
gotta come
mic
over
or
here.
something.
Hey guys.
This is Denise, everybody.
I just put a baby down, so I'm a little tired. 10 years, and now there's a 2.5 year.
1 year.
Oh, wait.
One.
1.5 year plan now.
Oh, I thought you meant the baby. There is a 2.5 year plan. Sorry, there's a 1
What the hell?
year old that we have.
1.5-year-old.
Yeah, the plan is for me to have, or for us to have our second kid before I turn 30.
Dang.
A year before I turn 30.
Because we're going to go hard for her 30th.
Hello.
That's the reason why.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure what that means, but
Well,
Birthday
no, party
party,
hard.
birthday party.
I don't know.
Jesus.
You said, yeah, we're going to go hard on her 30. I'm like, oh, all right.
Jesus Christ. Man.
Jesus. Wait, so can you describe like the 10-year plan that you and Jacob like set out to do?
Well, yeah, it was...
You can get closer. It's totally fine.
Okay. It was really much getting school done, and after school, it was, once we're set in our careers, to be able to have children, and to obviously be married, those are our values, still our values, to be married and have children, to grow our family. So that was all within like the 10 years.
I was telling that we
That's lit.
lived that 10-year plan without even going back to the
Knowing.
plan. Yeah, without even knowing, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, because I met Jacob when I was 15. 10 years later, when I was 25, we were already married a year into our marriage.
What the heck?
Yeah. Right, because I was 26 when I had Isla.
Yeah.
Okay, so question, because you guys are high school sweethearts who have been together for 12 years, have a kid and a house. When did you guys, like, know? Like, when did you know, like, okay, like, you're the one, and we're gonna construct this 10-year plan, and we're going balls deep and all in with this.
Oh, balls deep. I'll let Denise answer that first.
Honestly, I think it was just the type of guy he was throughout my career, you know. Well, career as in college and then water polo and like he was still there, right? So all the things I've gone through, even with like family stuff, he was there. So I think that really showed a lot to me. And what I saw was, I grew up with, see the way he treats his mom and his family or like other females and within the family, and I saw that reflect onto our relationship. And that's something that I truly valued and loved, and I still see it. And now I see it with Isla, so it's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's cool. Jay?
I should have gone first.
He's just gonna give you a flat date. It was on this day.
This time. Honestly, that'd be even like
That's pretty
really
cool,
cool
though.
too, though. Yeah, that'd be really cool too, though. If like you had like a date or something. But I'm not saying, I'm
I
not
don't have a
pressuring you
date.
to have a date.
There's no date or anything, but it's like what Denise has said. Thank you for that, by the way.
I'm Happy Father's Day.
No, thank you. Shout out to all the fathers. No, but yeah, like Denise said, I mean, I can't point it down, and I won't describe it as this is when I knew her. This is what she did that really, like, cemented her into my life. But it was our experiences with our families, like how she described, with each other. There was a lot of sacrifice on both our ends because of water polo for her, baseball for me. She had a longer career in sports, so there was a lot of sacrifice that she had to do with personal. So it's it was a lot of that, like a lot of things that we got to see from each other that we would give up for each other, that we would do for each other. So yeah, I think that pretty much like solidified our relationship, and to this day we still do that. And one other thing is that we communicated a lot. Even if we weren't seeing each other daily or stuff like that, we were still keeping communication. So not like really like on top of each other, like what are you doing, where are you type thing, but more of like talking to each other, making sure we were okay mentally, physically, because like I said, we were both in sports. It can drain you physically and mentally, so we have to check up on each other like that. So
even now as adults, I think it's really important to communicate when we're mad at each other. Like honestly, like, hey, I need my space. And that's pretty cool because if like you can't really see that, or that wasn't modeled to me. Like you're mad and you just constantly argue and like that's it. Like that's, you never solve it. And with us, it's like, okay, we're mad. I need my space, and give me my space. But we don't take it like offensively though.
Right. No. Yeah. We actually came up with something when we were still dating. We were like, I'm not sure why, but we had told each other, let's not go to sleep mad at each other.
And yeah, like if we were to ever argue, you know, those little like petty arguments that you have as like, oh, she talked to you, like why, you know, like those things, you're like texting in the middle of the night back and forth trying to figure it out.
Oh God.
But that was our thing, like don't go to sleep mad at each other. But now as an adult, I feel like you need to go to sleep even if you're mad at each other. You need that space still.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Jackie just got in a fight the other day.
Yeah.
She was like, I don't
flip the script.
She was like, I don't want to go to sleep mad, and I'm just like, but I'm just dead ass. I'm legitimately just tired.
Yeah,
like I just want to sleep.
And there is times where you're too tired to talk.
Yeah. And then if you're tired and you're in the middle of this like heated argument, like what's the good that's gonna come out of it?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a situation. It's not my situation, but there's like a situation I know from high school that was just so funny to me. My homie and his girl at the time were just like arguing, and I guess I found out that he ended up falling asleep on the phone while they were arguing.
Oh, that sucks.
And I was like, bro, you're a savage, bro.
Hey, he stayed on. He stayed on.
Hey, he stayed on.
Big facts, though. I still would have been hot. I would have been like, I've been talking this whole time to a damn wall.
Aww, that's funny.
I think that's something that, like, okay, so, like, you did say, like, you guys communicate a lot, and obviously you do need your space sometimes when it does, like, come to, like, you do need to go to sleep mad sometimes, but, like, I don't know. I think there's a thing with me where it's just, like, I can't do that. Like, I feel like I have to, like, make sure that everything's okay before, like, anything, you know? And I don't know, like, I don't know. I feel, for me, this is me personally, I feel like that may not be always the healthiest thing to go to sleep mad, though.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I think also it's a muscle you grow as you adult and stuff. And not to say that you're not an adult, right? We're all adults here. But I think it's a muscle you tend to grow, like, in general, there's a lot of muscles, like a muscle of communication. A lot of people at this age don't know how to communicate, and that's a muscle that everyone's really trying to build on.
It's also the trust you have in your relationship too. I think like you have to trust your partner to know that you can talk it out the next day.
Oh, facts.
Yes.
Nico looked
Keep it coming. Keep all this coming.
Yeah, no, it's so true. It is. No, because like 5 years, if it was me 5 years ago, I think it'd be hard for me to sleep during an argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But me now, it's like, all right, like I'm going to bed. We're probably upset, but we still end up cuddling, and then the next morning it's like, all right, so this is what probably happened, or you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think
We'll
it's
figure it
also
out.
like as your relationship, like, you know, as you go on your relationship, it's easier to, like, you know, go to sleep mad?
I wouldn't say easier go to sleep mad. It's more like
like Navi has very much.
No, I just think me personally, I just think it's like, hey, like we both have stuff to do in the morning anyway.
Yeah.
And there's no point in running around in circles trying to solve this right now, especially if it's like late at night. We're both tired.
Yeah.
Either both of us are upset or sad or what have you. So it's not even going to get solved right now.
Yeah, and I think you just gotta make sure you have that space for the next day that you will be talking about what happened. You know, like if you go to sleep mad, right, and you guys don't want to talk about it, I feel like you need to dedicate at least an hour or so the next day to really talk about what happened. Because if not, that problem is just gonna keep lingering and lingering and lingering. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I get you.
And then what are those ticking time bomb kind of things? Like you hold things in, and then boom. There's like a bigger argument.
Yeah. I think that's always like the worst thing, just to like hold something in for a long period of time. Like, I think people don't really realize it's kind of like just trapping a genie in a bottle. You know what I mean? It's like by the time it opens up, it's like,
oh, where did this
it's like, where did all this come from?
Havoc. It's wreaking havoc by that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, yeah. Communication, guys.
All communication. Is that like, okay, so like from your perspective, Denise, like what is the, oh, you're good. So from your perspective, Denise, what is the secret to a long lasting, healthy relationship?
Why are you looking at me?
besides what we just said?
No, yeah.
I think he's probably gonna fix the camera right now.
Yeah, I think honestly, I don't know.
You can get closer if you want.
Can I have some too, please?
We're grabbing water.
We're grabbing water right now.
It's an intense conversation.
Yes, it is.
I think it's communication and understanding your partner's love language.
Repeat that one more time, Denise. Repeat that one more time for the people in the back.
Yes, it's because, okay, there's like...
Jesus.
I think it's really important to... There's a love language test. I'm not sure if you guys know about this.
Oh, yeah, we took it.
Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Not the one like in 16 magazine or anything like
No,
that.
the one that always points like yes at the end, no matter what answer.
The one in Teen Vogue, you know?
No, yeah. Because honestly, Jacob and I have different love languages. Like for me, I really like physical touch. And I think Jacob's, I'm not sure. I don't think, you're not so much of a physical touch person. You're more of like, you want to be acknowledged and recognized of the things you do. You know?
What is that?
Yeah, it's
What
like,
is it? Oh
what's that word?
Affirmation?
No,
Yeah, I
acts
guess.
of, gosh. I literally have it at the tip of my tongue.
But that's who you are, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. I mean, you say it like that. Yeah, I think so.
Like, you want to know, like, hey, you want to be recognized, like, hey, Bev, thank you for putting Isla down. She was, like, pretty hard.
Acts of service? Is that what it is?
No, it's not acts of service.
Oh, no. I think it's words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation. There you go.
Yeah, it would have to be. It's like, hey.
High five. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's where the brother and sister thing comes into play, right?
No,
yeah, they're closer now. They're closer now. What happened was, like, so we're currently filming at their uncle's house, and we were all at the pool, and I think Jacob had said something like, "Oh yeah, like."
We were talking about age gaps between siblings, really.
Yes.
And then I had told Jackie, I wish we were closer, that we go to school together. I feel if we were in school together, we would be closer.
And I was like, bro, like, so does that mean you guys aren't close right now, or like, what does that mean?
It does mean we're close right now. We would have had a like. It makes sense.
You would have been closer. We said you guys would have been closer
in school.
At that time in our lives.
No, I knew what you guys meant. I was just pulling your string.
That's why we're messing around. Like, you get all closer now.
For real.
Time out real quick, baby. I have to move your car.
Oh, you have to move my car?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna keep talking.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
What about our car?
No,
our car, I think we're good.
Who's behind us?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so there's like hella cars just in the parking lot. Denise, feel free to sit over there.
Sorry, guys. Alright, I'm coming.
No, you're good.
I just left Isla in the stroller with family outside.
Okay, well, hopefully the people watching her are the people behind us.
For real, because then if Jackie's moving the car and your family members are like out and about, like who's watching the kid?
We're good. No, they're good.
No, we're good.
Yeah, they're good.
So what's it like being a first-time mom, Denise?
It is definitely a gift, but it's challenging and it's not easy, but it's amazing at the same time. So it's a lot of different emotions.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And it's insane that the human body could really feel all these emotions at once. So it's amazing. It's really like crazy to see Isla a year later, like huge in my arms, and I'm sure to like everybody that sees her that she's probably tiny and petite, but for me she's like massive, and I'm like, dude, you were just like 6 pounds a year ago.
11 inches long, and now you're almost 2 feet.
Dude, yeah, like that's why whenever Jackie was showing me photos, I was like, I could just see that she just got taller. It's crazy.
She stretched for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really incredible to be a mom, and I think the whole thing of just being able to have a baby, you know?
Do you feel like it's easier for you guys now that like Isla's doing like the whole school thing and you guys are still working from home? Is it a lot easier for you guys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for one, we have our own time. Even though we're working, really, it's still our own time, and we don't have to, I don't want to say worry about her, like being around the house and walking around and running around, but we still worry about her naturally at school, but we have that trust in her school, her teachers, to be there for her. So it kind of eases that added level of stress for us. But yeah, a lot easier.
Way
easier.
Even Rex feels it.
Oh yeah,
really?
Rex is our dog, by the way.
And it's not like.
Why was like Rex your dog like stressing or like what?
No, he would just You want to sit on this side?
You should probably sit over here, babe.
Okay.
Go ahead. Keep chopping up.
No, with Rex, he wasn't really adjusting to Isla, and you would really catch him isolating himself for a bit. But now with Isla, he's up and down. They play a lot more. So that's a good thing. So when she's at school, Rex is just like, all right, I'm going to go to sleep. This is my time to sleep.
Now he has like time to like
do what he used to do.
Yeah.
Recuperate.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because believe it or not, Alice still has some energy after school, coming back home, and she wants to use up all the energy she has for the day.
Definitely.
And so she catches us at like when we're coming down, but she's still up, and Rex is like
kind of in the
middle. So we're all kind of gauge each other really, but yeah, it is easier for us. But at the same time, we miss her. At least we miss her throughout the day.
Definitely.
But yeah, a lot easier to answer your question.
Yeah. So if y'all need If you all need a break from your kids, it's not a break.
Jeez.
But if you want them to get education, I'm a big advocate for early childhood education.
Yeah.
And that's my background. So with Isla going to school at a year old and, engaging with friends, that's amazing for me. And that really levels it out for me.
You can honestly see the difference too.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. That's what I was just piggyback off right now. Like, we love the fact that she has friends now, her age, not just mom and dad and auntie and uncle and grandma and grandpa to look up to, but like kids her age. And it's fun to see them interact. Like, Ida walks into her classroom, we see some of her friends there already sitting down, and they wave at each other, they smile at each other.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's really cool to see.
Yeah.
I mean, so Denise, like, since you since you do like work in that field for like how child development.
So that's my degree in child development.
Okay.
But I currently work in the healthcare industry. So a lot of my background is in child development and mental health. So that's what I do. I worked with a lot of prenatal and postnatal mommies with their depression and all of that stuff. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I feel like you've always wondered what exactly.
I mean, I've had an idea. I just never really like knew what the title was.
You never heard it out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what question I have, but I know I have a question.
Go ahead.
I guess what I'm trying to say is like, what do you see like in the field that you apply toward Isla? If that makes sense. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
you. You get what I'm saying?
And I gotta say everything.
No, yeah. When she says everything, she means everything.
Yeah, like I do assessments on Isla, like ages and stages questionnaires to see where she's at developmentally. Jacob's into it too.
Ages and stages.
Ages and stages questionnaire. So yeah, it's like a series.
So you ask Isla a question?
No.
She's like A3, please, for 500.
Exactly like that. Exactly.
Yeah.
She's like, Mom, I'll take toys for 500.
So wait, what's ages and stages?
Yeah, so the ASQs, it's a series of questions depending on the child's age. So you could do them like 2 months, 6 months, 12 months. It's just they're questions that parents answer. So for example, like, does your child, if you scribble on the paper, does your child do it, or does your child not place the pen on the paper? Kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
And if they place it on the paper, then okay, you check it off. So it's like, I'll share it next time. I don't have a physical document.
It's, if you don't mind me jumping, it's sort of like tracking their progress in their development, really.
Got you.
And it's not really your child is like falling behind, you got to do something type thing. It's more of
your child's fucked. They don't scribble on the paper.
No, yeah.
It's not like.
No, that was just an example.
Yeah.
I get really nerdy, so I like dive into I dissect the question. So I'm so sorry.
She does dissect
Do you
questions.
feel like because you are in that field, like if Isla doesn't, particularly do something that's in those like ages and stages like forms, do you feel like you psych yourself out about it?
No, actually, I think we're pretty mindful about it, because after you answer all the questions, the kid could either score in the white, gray, or black. If the baby or the child scores in the white, they're at the at what they're supposed to be for that age. If they're in the gray, that means they need extra assistance, which is the regional center. No, not the regional center, but
Some extra work.
Extra work, extra activities. Mm-hmm. If the baby hits in the black, that means regional center. Let's get some extra assistance for the child. So we've done it with Isla, and she's hit in the gray for some
things, yeah. So
but it's not like we're like, oh my God, we're doing things horrible, right?
Yeah.
It's more of like, okay, Mama's needs to work more on her hand technique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
it was like an example like I can give off the top of my head is like she reached a certain age. We did the ASQ, and she couldn't really grip a Cheerio from the table with her 2 fingers, her thumb and her index finger. So she stored it in the gray for like fine motor skills type thing. So we made sure from that point on to like introduce her to her picking up things and stuff like that, and using her hands and stuff like that, and she's gotten a lot better. You guys know that.
Okay, I get you. So you're kind of using like this questionnaire to kind of see like, I mean, where you could kind of just develop her more.
Yeah, what to expose her to, really.
Got you.
And if she hits in the black, then that means like, all right, she needs more help than what we could give her at that time. And the help is us helping her get connected with the regional center, what she needs.
I think an example of that would be like speech therapy or something. Like if your baby's not talking yet at a certain age, it's not anything bad. It's just they need a little extra help, which is not bad at all. You can always use the extra help. Anybody can.
Yeah, anybody. I think it's a really it's pretty neat to have access to that.
I feel like you definitely have like a cheat sheet. I think like in between, like you guys seem very like planned out with everything. You know, like 10-year plan. You know what I mean? Like, well, you know, 10-year plan, and then it's like, you know, the plan to have like another kid before 30. So it's like I feel like even when it comes to like developing your child, it feels like a freaking lab experiment. You know, when you develop your child, we're putting the Cheerio right here. But you get what I'm saying? Like,
I totally like an 11 experiment.
Here.
Yeah, we expected to be telekinetic by age 10.
That's so funny.
That's funny.
No, but it is like, for me personally, because Denise is the one with the background, so it is kind of a cheat sheet, but also I used to get, not so much anymore, but she knows, I've told her this, I used to get really intimidated by her because how much she knew in the background of child development. So I wanted to make sure I was doing my part as much as I can and doing it correctly. But I mean, Denise has taught me, like, you're going to learn by failing too. You're going to learn by knowing what Isla wants. If you try to give her yogurt and she doesn't want yogurt, stop giving her yogurt. So like stuff like that. So it is kind of a cheat sheet, but it can also be like for me in the beginning, it was more of like intimidation, really. Or kind of not intimidation, just like fearful of failing, I would say. Fear of failing.
And I think that's like a feeling I think most parents have.
Yeah.
You know, your child, Isla, our second child could be different from Isla. What are we gonna do? That's like a whole new ball game.
I have a feeling our second child is gonna be a lot different.
I honestly, like, I do have that fear of, like, you know, when that time does come, like, am I gonna be a good parent? Am I gonna be a good mom? Because, like, honestly, like, sometimes, like, prior to, like, Isla being the age that she is now, like, when she would cry, I'd be like, oh, fuck, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm panicking, like, and I feel bad because I don't know what she wants and I don't know how to stop her from crying. And it's crazy to me because, like, I don't know. Like, I get scared of that stage in my life and I don't know how I'm going to respond to it.
Yeah, it's valid. It's valid for sure.
I don't know.
She's like, I agree.
I think a model that I live by and I learned about this in my career is parents tend to have their child adapt to their schedule, their routine, when in reality the parent is supposed to adjust to the child. And by doing that, you're really able to meet the needs of this child, and you're really able to bond with this child, form an attachment, and through that, you really are the parent that your child needs.
Dang.
You know?
It's kind of deep.
Mic drop.
I didn't even think of it that way.
No, yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like, I mean, every parent wants, I want my kid to be a genius type thing. Like, I want them to know 1 through 10 by age 1.5. I mean, that's not gonna happen if you push them to it. You have to let them grow at their rate, really. Yeah. If you push them too hard, they're gonna. You know what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah. I get what you're trying to say, because I think even in like just Asian households, for example, like it's you were just so cut out. You had to be like the perfect freaking student, but it's like I know so many of my homies, whether you know they're Asian or not, Filipino or not, whatever, like a lot of them were just like freaking sad, trying to just like like live by this like idea that their parents had for them, like right from the jump.
So that pressure.
Like, it's pressure and it's stressful and it's like like I wouldn't want to raise a kid in that way, you know?
Yeah, and if you think about it, the parent probably said, like, I did it, you could do it too, but how much more of would that parent have accomplished if they weren't under that pressure? Yeah, they went to school, they have a good job and stuff, but if that parent wasn't in that pressure, what other things were they able to succeed in? You know?
So that being said, you guys probably don't have like a plan for Isla afterwards.
In what way? What do you mean?
Well, in the sense of just like, in the sense of, you know, like
this is what you want her to accomplish. This is what you want her to be. And
oh no, yeah. I think our plan is, well, we do have a plan for her, but like
it's a 10-year plan.
no, the plan is to expose her to as many things as we can and let her decide what she wants to do.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like one thing Denise and I grew attached with, and this is probably another thing that made me realize she was the one, is that we both love music and the same music. So we try to introduce music to Isla, and she loves music. You guys know, you have seen her dance to different types of music. So if she wants to go towards a music route when she's in elementary, we'll join band or something like that, then we'll support her in that. If she wants to go to studies, we'll do that. If she wants to go to athletics, we'll let her do that. To art, stuff like that. So whatever she wants to do, we'll support her.
We're supportive. That's our plan, to support her in
whatever she wants to do.
Nice. And they're gonna support for 10 years.
Yeah. No. Unfortunately, this is gonna be past 18 years.
After 18, you do what the hell you want to do.
Yeah, this is where we hit more than 10 years.
Yeah.
Did you know, fun fact, to raise a child from birth to 18 is $250,000.
I knew it was a high number. I don't know if it was that number.
It's $250,000, boys and girls.
Damn. Yeah.
2 kids is $500,000, y'all. I'm just saying.
God.
You got 4, man.
How you doing?
High roller.
You a high roller. You better bet one of them
I
is
gotta
gonna do something crazy.
I got a couple uncles in here with 3 kids.
there's quinceañeras and everything like that too.
Oh, man.
God damn, that's more than a quarter.
I'm not gonna
Y'all
lie.
look at each other like, fuck.
That's another thing. Like, we're not gonna force Isla, like, because you're a girl, you need to have a quinceañera.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're like totally open to that too. I think that part of the reason why we chose her school too is because they're so diverse there.
Oh yeah,
and
that's cool.
And that's something we want her. Well, I guess that's a plan, right? For her to be exposed to diversity and to learn about other cultures, not just ours. Value ours, but no, there's a lot more.
Acknowledge others.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we both have talked about it on our podcast before, and like even with friends that like outside, like when Nico moved here to LA, he just had a culture shock like this because he was just like, what the fuck? Like, you know, there's so much more, there's such a different culture than there is in the Bay, and just like not just Bay culture and LA culture, but like, you know, Latino culture and an Asian culture is just like completely different. And like even with me, like, yeah, like when we went to high school, yeah, we were exposed to like, you know, Asian culture and like Hispanic culture, but that was pretty much it. But even then we didn't have a deep sense of what Asian culture really is, you know?
Yeah, when me and Jackie were first dating, Denise was on the phone with Jackie.
Oh, goodness.
And she had called me Asian persuasion.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, what?
Well, Nico, the reason why is...
Oh, here we go. I've never heard this. Let's hear it.
So, we're out here drinking in Big Bear, and Jackie's FaceTiming Nico. They were just starting the date. And I'm like, Jackie's
literally like 2 weeks into dating.
Yeah, and Jackie's like, oh, this is Nico. And I'm like, hey. And then he's like, yeah, I'm Asian. I'm like, And
okay.
then the only thing that came out to me, I was like, Asian persuasion? I don't know. I didn't know what to do.
Yo,
Dude.
that's funny.
So
That's
bad.
funny.
It was horrible.
I literally looked at you, I was like, Denise, why the fuck would you say that?
But I was thrown off because I'm Asian. I'm like,
I mean, you guys know me by now. I just like making people feel awkward as hell.
Yeah, so now I know.
That was a first interaction, though, man.
Now I know.
God.
But look at us now.
Yeah.
Like, who would would have thought?
Who would have
Who would
thought?
have thought? I thought we were gonna have drinks, but I think we're all just damn tired.
Yeah, we are.
We've been drinking
Y'all
since
been
like
drinking?
I
No.
drank. I drank.
on the podcast.
I was
Oh, you
given
been-
water.
I was giving water to dude. Like I was so tired outside, but I just knew if I drank water, I would wake up.
Yeah.
I
Same.
drank. You told me we were gonna drink.
Yo.
I continued drinking after you called my stuttering out.
Oh.
That was like legit in the first.
It was just one time.
No, because
What
he
did you
said,
say?
what did he say?
It was like immunity or
He said immunity, like in past tense, present tense, and future.
No, I said immunity, immunization, and something else.
Excuse me?
He gave every single he gave the adverb, the pronoun, the everything.
I was a judge of a spelling bee trying to give the definition.
You're a thesaurus? You're a thesaurus?
Oh god.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Parenthood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Well,
you say it like you're part
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, you know, Jackie didn't wish me Happy Father's Day, but you know, I'm not daddy, but I'm zaddy. I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting all podcasts to say that.
yeah, you
Yeah,
he was
waiting
itching
so
for
You
it.
know, knowing you, Nico,
Dude,
yeah, you were planning
I
it.
was waiting when to fit that in.
I was driving on the way over here, like, where am I gonna put it?
Yeah. What's something crazy I can like say today? Oh
Aside from
man.
all the other shit that you say.
So
Aside for farm.
Oh yeah, that
What'd
farm
I
one was
say?
a
Oh,
stretch.
yeah, it was like
that was a
some
stretch.
it was like a foster. Oh, can we talk about that?
Real quick.
If you guys want to talk about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. You explain it.
So we were,
Yeah, explain.
we were talking about like Jacob and Denise having another kid, and they brought up that they would want because Denise has mentioned it before that she does want to adopt a child, and Jacob said he's like I would want to foster a child because he's afraid he would get too attached. And do you think that's part of the 2-year plan, or is that aside from the 2-year plan?
All
After
these
the 2 years,
plans.
it's gonna be a 5-year plan after that.
How many plans do we got? The plan is to remember the plans.
Yeah.
At this point.
No, yeah, and just to clean up a little bit what you said though, because like
Oh shit! Sorry.
no, yeah, like we were always open to the idea of adopting, in case we weren't able to have children naturally. So that conversation came up. And then Denise had experience with working with foster parents and all that. She was really interested about the idea, and she kind of reeled me in on that and made me interested as well. The thing I'm afraid of with fostering a kid is growing attached to that child and then having to quote unquote give the kid back to whoever is next.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be tough on me because I get attached to a lot of things. Really, I don't like throwing things away a lot. But so just imagine a kid.
You can't just toss it.
Hoarder.
No, not hoarder level.
I hate throwing things away.
Collector.
Have you seen their garage? I'm just playing. I'm
No,
kidding. I'm
like
kidding.
I gotta clean the garage.
Oh, you really do? You really have to clean the garage?
Yeah, with like Isla's baptism and her first birthday, and just having Isla everywhere now, like we really gotta organize the garage.
No, they said that as though.
You know what I notice now? Your uncles, your parents, and y'all do not use your garage for cars.
Yeah, we don't.
No, we don't.
What?
We do.
That's what it's for.
It is for storage.
But then it would be called a storage, not a garage.
Your parents use yours for storage.
No, there's a car in there.
It's
There's a car.
It's storing the car.
Oh my god.
They're storing the car.
Oh my god.
But anyway, going back to the
To fostering kids.
adopting a child.
We're just gonna put them in the garage. Bad joke. Bad joke. Super bad joke. I've been listening to a lot of cancelable music today. I'll just say it that way. But back to the foster kids.
Yeah, was there a question in there, Jack? Or
No, I just wanted you guys to explain your thoughts on that, like,
yeah.
and
I
like,
definitely want to, and I think that's gonna be after having our kids of our own.
naturally, yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, I feel being able to foster or adopt is gonna open that door to our children,
Our family too.
you know, that there's children out there, and
Did you guys feel that, like, did you guys ever, you know, I don't know how to ask this, but like, were you guys ever scared of the thought, like, that you would have gotten possibly pregnant before getting married and how that would have affected everything?
Yeah,
I think I did. I think I was the one I worried a lot sometimes.
a lot of times. No, yeah, that worry was always there. I think it's always there, really. And then even after we got married, I think we started worrying about us not being able to have kids naturally.
Yeah.
So it was like, it wasn't so much of a we're trying and we're not making it happen type thing. It was just more of, I think it should have happened by now.
Yeah.
Like it should have happened.
Yeah.
And it didn't. Like, even after being married, like, it took maybe like 9 months. 10 months.
Yeah. So
almost a full year, I think.
I think even then that's when the conversation started about adoption and fostering and all that.
Okay.
Just throwing all the possible options on the table just so we're on the same page. But I mean, we think it's a good thing. We've met parents that have adopted and fostered, and it's pretty incredible stories, pretty sad stories, obviously, for some families. But we would like to have the opportunity someday, even if we're older.
Mess with it. I like it. There was actually a conversation that Jackie had on the radio. So before we get into that, I want to ask you guys, like, how long were you guys engaged before you guys got married?
2018?
Was it 18 or 19?
18. 19 we got married.
So July 18. Oh, yeah. So like a year and a half?
A year and like 4 months or something like that.
Okay. So my question is, how long is too long to be engaged, like, you know, before you actually get married? Before you call it quits?
I don't think you can call it quits. I mean, everybody's in a different spot, really. You got to remember that. It's not just a 1 year plan type thing. You got
someone with 10-year plan and 5 years.
You got to take in consideration everything else, like where you were at in life, I think. Where you're each at in life. If there's financial stuff going on, or there's personal stuff going on at home. So it only depends on where you're at in life, really. That's what I can say.
Yeah.
All right, Jay. We're going to do it like this. You just say, okay, or you say long, and then you say too long. Okay?
Okay.
1 year.
Okay.
2 years.
Okay.
3 years.
Okay.
4 years.
Okay.
5 years. See? We're getting somewhere with this.
6 years.
That might be a little stretch.
All right, Denise, what about you? How long is too long before, to be engaged?
Yeah, I want to say if it's like, again, how he said, like, there's financial stuff and all of that. I feel like if you're at 3 years engaged, that's like enough for you to like figure out your stuff out.
That's my answer. I feel like after like 3 years, it's like, okay, like,
what we doing, fam?
what we doing?
But then, what if a pandemic happens?
See, that's okay. That's
Pandemic aside.
So they just start over.
Hey, man, look. Hey,
It's not like you can do anything, you know?
See, so there's like factors that play into
Yeah,
it.
hey, man.
It can't just be a 5-year plan.
Hey, if you're the person who called the engagement and then the pandemic happens, look, man, you got 2 years of extra just stretching your legs and figuring stuff out.
Honestly, no, screw that. You got 2 years of saving up to do, man. You're gonna need that money.
No,
Oh,
But then
man.
with the pandemic, like all the hardships, like losing jobs. What if you had like this awesome wedding ring and?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was just telling. I just did a wedding over in Yosemite, and I was just telling them
I
like,
saw that. That was
yeah. I was just telling them like, yeah. Now all the weddings are like popping off,
Nice.
like, and because
That's
people had to
great.
like reschedule in 2020, and then reschedule again 2021. So it's like everyone's just like trying to move with the time. So
We got really lucky.
Oh
with
yeah,
ours.
and COVID was
COVID,
I believe
yeah, in
it
China,
did exist in
yeah.
China when our wedding was happening, but
And-
we didn't know about it till
We actually went
December.
in our honeymoon.
December.
We went to Washington, to Seattle, and then like we came back, and 2 weeks later, the first case of COVID was in Washington, in the U.S.
oh, that's
No,
right. I
that
remember.
was not for our honeymoon. That was for my birthday. In
For your
January.
birthday. Oh yeah, your birthday. Yeah. Because the honeymoon we went in October, then we went back in January again.
Yeah,
So yeah,
and we were going to where the plane.
yeah, we're going to the exact same places where all the COVID.
Jesus Christ, dude.
But we didn't even know what COVID was or how dangerous it was at that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
That's crazy.
And then that year, what? October, November, December, January. 5 months later, after our marriage, our wedding, everything shut down.
Yeah. So we had like ever since then, Jacob and I. We only
Yeah.
experienced 5 months of like, all right, I'll see you after work, bye, babe, and like leave and then come back home.
Wow, yeah. I didn't
Our
even
entire
think
marriage
about
has
that.
been-
That's actually very crazy.
It is, yeah, it's crazy because we don't know how to live without each other throughout the day. Like we both leave to like we have to go to the supermarket or something. Like, okay, are we both going or am I
Do you just want me to go?
Yeah, like-
or?
going? Like,
Like even with Isla now, it's even more of like, should we all?
should we all go? She seems pretty tired. You can stay and I'll go.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, like ever since then, it's just been living
At home, working at
from
home.
And it, believe it or not, Rex took a while to adjust to us working from home.
Yeah, that was funny though. It was
Yeah.
funny. It was interesting. I'll say that because he was used to us leaving, and we stayed home. He's like, "All right, you guys took the day off. All right, you guys took the week off." And I was like, "What the hell are you guys still doing here? Like, don't you guys have to go?"
Like he didn't even eat. Like he was just going through it for like a couple days, a
Aw.
few days.
It was like, I need my space from you guys.
Yeah,
Can
exactly.
you please leave?
Yeah, I think
Oh, he
that's
does,
what it
man.
was. And now he's
I was
all
totally
cool.
joking, by the way.
It was
That's
like that. I
crazy.
think there was actually studies about it when COVID was happening. Like if you see your dog stressed and stuff because you're working from home now, it was like actually a thing.
Because they would also feel what you're feeling with being stressed at work.
So
they're
yeah,
taking it.
so they were taking it. And with us, we lived in a back house right after we got married. So we lived in
It was like a 500 square feet. No, not even
Less.
like 300.
300. It was just a bedroom, bathroom, kitchenette,
It was like
not
an
even a
L.
kitchen, just kitchenette.
It
It was an L shape, and Rex just had to stay with us the entire time. I would work in the kitchen, Denise would work in the bedroom, and in between was the hallway to the bathroom. Not even a hall; it was just the bathroom. And Rex would just have to figure out where to hang out for what was
8 hours or whatever.
it? 4 months until we moved out. No,
Oh,
it was over a year. No,
Yeah.
a bit over a year,
Yeah.
almost a year. Just trying to get used to us, and then we finally moved into a bigger place, and now he has his own space. I wouldn't say room because it's our room, but space. Yeah,
But a
space.
space where he can go where you guys are.
Yeah, so he can have his own
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, and throughout that, he gained a lot of weight.
Who didn't?
Yeah, I mean, everyone did.
Even dogs.
Did you really live like a good time during COVID if you didn't gain like 15 pounds?
Right? Hey,
You know?
yeah.
That's big facts.
I'm just
In
saying.
the old ages, like it said, if you were on the thicker side, that meant you were very wealthy.
Exactly.
So,
Shout out to
you're-
fat people. Probably rich.
it's such a good thing.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So
Hey.
if you lose weight, does that mean your finances have gone down?
Oh,
Damn.
I didn't think
I
it
love
was
that
that
I
way.
know, right? Shit.
I was just reflecting to the old ages. That's all.
Medieval times. Times. Well, all right, y'all. I think we'll let you guys get back to Isla, and thanks for joining us. I thought we were just gonna have Jacob today, but it's a treat to have Denise too.
Thanks,
You know?
guys.
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
We'd
us.
love to do this again, by the way.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
We need Denise to break down the entire ages and
Stages.
spaces of
Stages.
stages.
I could bring a questionnaire.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Watch
Well, we're
us,
doing on you.
fail
We're
every-
doing on
yeah,
you.
like, watch us fail every
All of us is like gray and black. Like, dude, what the hell?
No, we won't do it on you guys. We'll do it.
It'll be fun. It'll be
I have the
fun.
mind of a 1-year-old right now. What Thank you, everybody. This is the Mexipino podcast, episode 20. My name is Nico Blitz.
I'm Jackie Ramirez.
I'm Jacob.
I'm Denise.
Thank you guys for tuning in. See you all next time, episode 21. Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.